What's good, y'all? Your boy Fitness Spirit is back, and this is gonna be just a write up from my last video I made about spiritual warfare, right? So, I know I mentioned being, I think, in one of my previous videos I mentioned that being spiritually in tune with yourself and understand how God will communicate to you certain things that's going on behind the scenes, whether like it's like a betrayal or uh, warnings or things like that. That's why I stand on having that communication with spirit, with yourself and with God. The information, the downloads, whatever you call it, the dream states, He's gonna show you these things, betrayals or whatever. He's gonna show you these things to where you can understand it, you know. And it's just like you have that intimate connection with God, so only you will understand what He's saying. And of course, like if you pray to God, whatever, of course, God will understand what you're saying. Like for instance, I know I mentioned in my last video, I mentioned like witchcraft and voodoo, all these things. God exposed a lot of individuals in my life that was actually, in fact, into these things, and I will always know because like something in my life wouldn't go right. Like He's exposed ex girlfriend of mine that was into witchcraft. I'm gonna do a really big story time on that. Um, Family members, my biological dad, my siblings on the side of the family, grandmother, aunt, and these are all God exposed their darkness, their secrets. He's exposed them by way of just simply, by way of just showing me these things in the spirit. And I was caught off guard. I was surprised. I'll be honest, but that's also another way for me to develop my discernment and kind of advance and just in that situation in specific, man, I could do nothing but just give it to God. That's crazy. Like my life is literally something you see in like a video game or a movie or something like that. Yo, I promise you, it's crazy, man. And that's why I'm doing this because I know there's people out there that can relate to my story too. So I want to put my experiences out there, to the people that's can relate, and also to the people that may, at some point in time, reach a spiritual point in their life, but a turning point in their life where they become more spiritual and look for a bigger meaning behind things, man. Like I said, this witchcraft stuff, man, this voodoo, we could all be fighting a spiritual battle and not even know it. That's why I pray to God, and that's why I put God first, and I put the bullshit aside, man. And honestly, that will take you a lot farther than you think in life. Like he will expose the betrayal to you. Like I said, my family betrayed me in so many crazy ways, and try to cover up these crimes and use witchcraft to do that, just because they didn't want me to specifically me they didn't want me to have what was left to me by loved ones, right? Listen, man, stay tuned for part 3. I got some more good things for y'all. Peace.